Hello and welcome to Geekatplay Studio Tutorials, and we continue looking more on the function editor in this tutorial. And let's begin by creating, as usual, our sphere. Okay, let's go to edit material. Okay, and one thing what we're going right now, edit function. And if you remember before, we stopped at the input nodes. And we'll go right now look on this section. So we'll begin by selecting angle of incidence, and it's what actually happened with this. Let me connecting. By the way, this is a number, so it will provide blue color. Okay, we'll select our rainbow color. Click OK. If you look right here, what's happening? Imagine the camera, and from camera we have this rays coming towards our object, and when they hit the object in whatever angle is can surface to this ray, and this value of that angle is a return value to us. So if you look right here, we have it here is directly respond and angle increasing, and so change colors. What's happening if we move our camera up and look down? You will notice that again the colors almost doesn't change because the angle's reflection is the same for this object. So let's, and using any colors, actually it's only one of the options we did before in another, like in a marbles an example. Let's go to edit this function. Okay, so we'll go delete this one. We'll just change this maybe to some, doesn't matter, some any color. So I'll just want to show you. Okay, there you go, connecting here. Just simple colors. What are we going to do right now? We'll go to our transparency. Okay, and in global transparency we'll add this node. You notice how that's work because, and we'll add 1, 2 filters. We'll take, edit this filter, and you know what, set maybe one node here and one right here. I want a little bit harder edge, so you notice how we're creating circles. And we'll take, okay, here's fine. We'll take second one and switch this to opposite, so it's inverted. Click OK. Let's add one layer and we'll select diamond for this. And let's increase pop up to max. So you notice by using this, what we have it. Enter to screen, we actually create like almost marble looking. We did before that, but it's what we're using in functions because the rays we use it in different ways, not just by the colors. And again, if using our camera, we move up, look down, but how you remember how that's calculating the reflection, we still have the same result from any position of the camera. Okay, so let's place our camera back here. Well, let's go to file. You will just reset that one again, and let's create. Okay, so let's go to our next. We'll create again a sphere. Go to edit function, and at this point, let's go to look at our next one, ray direction world. Okay, so what is happening? It's given us. Imagine from the world position you receive the same directional, and it's given back us on a position on this. And actually the best preview on this if we do this way. So we cannot connect here because this is vector based right now. We need create, just create pelican noise. Let's remove this one, connect to this node right now. Okay, and also I want to decrease this almost to small size, and let's switch color to rainbow so we can preview a little bit easier. Okay, and we need connect now this node. Let's look nice, and maybe we want even smaller. Let's click OK. And one thing what I want to click OK. Now here is very interesting. So if you notice, look on the preview, you can see the resolution So if we take our object and moving slightly away, more far away, you notice that actually object is changing, but resolution is increasing. This object going more far away. So it's a mapping to the world, but it's also based location how far object from the center. The closer it is to camera, the higher resolution. And now imagine using this for your purpose when you create terrain and you want bitmap bumps have a higher resolution the closer to the camera. You want to have it higher details, but at the same time you don't want to pay price with all those high resolutions on a far away. You want kind of diminishing, and by using this on an object on the actually on a texture and bumps, you can have it very nice. You have it when you close up, you can have it very high details, and again when your object is far away, you have it less details, and it's another nice way to represent. So, and there's another nice way to represent the distance between, well, not distance, but more like 3D environment representing in the your picture. So example, we take another, we'll just create, and you can see how there the close up you have it more details, and far away we have it much less details, even we increase scale of our object. So it's much less details there. This is another using function. Okay, so let's clean a little bit our standard, and let's go to next one. So again, we'll create our sphere, clean sphere. We'll open the material editor. Okay, let's go to edit function. And next on input node, the actual ray direction to object, it's similar to what we had before. It's only will calculate against the object. Then let's look on the position in the picture. And this is actually self-explanatory in a way. So what is happening if we connect? Again, this is the vector based. It's a red, so we cannot kind of connecting. We need to create. Let's create again fractal. Okay, and we'll decrease size of the fractal so we can preview a little bit better. So set our colors. Okay, we'll have it object standard set for this. And right here you will notice it's a very similar to what we had before, only except now we have it more changing when we're going on the all other directions. So let's go take our main camera. We'll say track the sphere. Now we select the sphere, and you notice now when we start moving around, it doesn't change that much. When you move up, it will change more on different ones. Okay, so position to this, and again, if we're going to our main camera, and now no tracking. So it's now changing, oops, okay, changing colors. Depend based on position on the picture of this. Okay, so again, if we have it, our main camera, just showing one more time to this point, tracking this object. So the object locating on the center of the picture. So if you notice we're going around, it's kind of keeping about the same, but what we need to do when object is changed in the picture, when he's going up and down, that is when we start having recalculating our effect. So same will go up, and you can notice right now it starts changing. So it's from the center and calculating this way. It doesn't matter on position on the camera. And what is meaning, you can actually create different type effect which you base it on your picture size, not on location on the ground. Okay, so let's go again. We'll reset this one now. Okay, and let's do again another one. So we'll create another sphere again. Go right here and edit our functions. And our next input one, it is distance to the camera. They're all actually very similar, and I like how they block them here. So they're based on position or distance. Okay, distance to the camera, it is provide our numeric value. And even we can go ahead and switch colors. And one thing what I want to show you here, it's look like it doesn't switch at all, doesn't changing, because that's how provide values. So to work with this, if you want to work on the cameras, what we need to do, we need to add scene to this. Okay, and at this point you can see how it starts changing the information. Now it's more working towards. So sometimes when you work with the functions, you kind of need to add additional, because sometimes the value may be too small or it's out of the range. Okay, and in this case we use scene to kind of magnifying so we can preview better. Okay, next things, till we're here, let's look on other types. So we can click node here, and one thing what I want to do, by the way, you notice some of them is gray out because we are right now connecting by numbers, so the vector one is gray out. Let's go look distance on array. It is calculating based on a total distance of the array traveling, and we'll see we can use it in the future to showing you more on this. The one thing what I want to show right now, it is distance to center of the object. Okay, so and that one is actually, okay, let me see one more time. Okay, yeah, object center. So what's happening right now, if we connect this one, and we'll change our color to colorful. You see the it doesn't matter how it's increasing size, it's still kind of affecting same. And sometimes it's because how value work, and you need to add additional nodes to this. So for example, if we go right here and we'll add sign, we'll click OK. On this point, you'll notice the actual objects start reacting more when you switch. So it's kind of amplifying for us the coloring. Okay, and this is actually a very cool function, because what's happening with this, you can change the effect, the color, or bump map, or any other properties based on the object size. So it's actually calculating from your center to the side, and that will affect it's a dreaming value for our colors in this case. Okay, so let's create this one, and let's go to next one. We'll have it again, our orb. Down, let's open, let's edit functions, and in this point we'll look now distance to object below. And actually these ones we're using quite a bit before, but you know what, let's do one thing, let's delete it, because that function, I think it's one of the most used function that people like it. And here's an example. So we have it our terrain. Okay, and we'll add water to our terrain. Let's take main camera, move slightly above and look down. And many people know this is how we're creating the form. So we have right here mixed materials. Let's add two different colors. and we'll go to distribution. You can notice the functions you can not just necessarily go in materials. Functions you can use from other ones, even from terrain, that will look a little bit more on altitude in the future. So let's edit function this way. And right here, what I do, I want to add distance to object below. So we add this one. And one more thing we want to add, it is map. And map is help us to take all those two different materials and say where position will be. So at this point, you can see it's all same color. So what we're going to do right now, it is grab this one, put this one about maybe one around that, and bring this one a bit higher. So and that you can see right here, we already have it. So what is does happen with those materials, it's calculating to that on mixing materials, it's calculating where is how far it's locating right here. So the calculation is happening, see how far this object below, and provide us value with this, and depend on that value, it is we're applying distribution of this other material. Okay, so and how I say it's what we do, we have it this one we can replace as normal maybe with let's see what other ones we have it, maybe like milk. We add, and because this is a very simple, you can do, we add, okay, so it will be a bit more bumpy. And here you have your foam close to the shore. Okay, and okay, let's create new one now. So this is object below, and let's go look right now what else we have functions there. So we'll go to edit functions, and now we have a couple other ones. Okay, so the distance to surface, it is actually a function is useful, but we cannot see any effect that will return 0 when we use it on the normal materials, and it's used on a volumetric or meta bulbs, and maybe we can try use it after. But right now, let's go use our object center. This is one of the coolest function that can provide a tons of fuzz and ecosystem. So let's go do actually one thing. Delete this one. We'll create a small base. Okay, right here. Now we'll open our cube. We'll add ecosystem, and let's add rocks and populate our rocks. So the one thing with a rock, sometimes people say, hey, how I can use materials? And of course, you know, if you go right here, you click on our ecosystem and they come up, you can change your materials this way. But it's actually even better. So we go to edit function, and we can leave it map intact. We'll just go work. Actually, you know what? Let's clean up everything. So we'll go to our colors. And what I want to do is add actually this one. There you go. So we'll add two color output. Okay, also let's go add object center this point, and one other things let's go add our noise, and we'll collect noise here. So it's normal background noise. Okay, this is colors. Okay, and let's create a couple more colors. So this one will be color map. Let's leave it green. We'll create another color map, and we'll change this to the red. Okay. Also right here, you notice we have it, if you click, you have it color 1 and color 2. So we'll just go connect color 1 and color 2 to those ones. Let's also change this one to Garden Valley. This. Okay, and at this point, actually, if we click and we preview what's happening, you will notice our colors is changed for the rocks, but it's not just a mix together. Now we have random some objects right here. Some rocks are just green and some of them just red. It's depend on what color we was assigned. So, and that way it's kind of nice because you can actually mix it based on a object center. You can mix it randomly rocks, so you can apply total different 3, 4, 5 different, or how many you want it, coloring to the rock, so it will be random more and you will have it nice look. Same you can apply to the plants or other things. This is very cool and very useful in the ecosystem function. Okay, and at this point we actually finish looking on our this section. So let's go next tutorial. We'll go look on our third input section. Okay, and thank you for watching this tutorial from Geekatplay Studio. Come visit us on the web at www.geekatplay.com.